session is mostly for the freshers, as we seen there are many freshers joining our channel. So we request, we need very genuine and those are very job seekers, or those are very serious about their job roles. We are seeking the peoples, and this session will give them a lot of information. This information will be useful for them, like as there is a pharmaceutical sector, and how we can enter in this pharmaceutical sector. This sector is not only for the bpharm, but we are discussing about how everybody can enter in this section. So there are n number of peoples, like that we can say b pharmacy, m pharmacy, bsc, msc, bachelor of engineering, commerce graduate, all these types of people, where they can work, we will going to discuss this. So this session will be very useful for all the aspirants, those are interested in the pharmaceutical sector. And uh, we are calling them, or we are seeking for the candidates, those are interested in this session. So first of all, we are going to say how the pharmaceutical sector is, that how we can enter. See, after passing out our bachelor degree, maybe b pharmacy, m pharms, or your bsc, msc, there are many times we are facing the challenges how we can enter into the pharmaceutical sector. So in pharmaceutical sector, we will tell you how are the department formed. First of all, how we will learn about all the things about the pharmaceutical, like how the department formation, which candidate can opt which department, where is your choice, where you can go, and how this session will be useful for you. Like those are b pharm and m pharm aspirants, they can directly enter into the pharmaceutical. There are different departments, like first of all, hr and admin department. hr department is categorized into two sections. Like hr means the recruitment of the people, and then monitoring all the regulatory aspect, like their pf, leaves, all other benefits of the employee, the hr department takes care. Admin department takes care like your food, travel, all the extra other activity, admin department takes care. So how this is going to be continued, because we can go continue with this situation if suppose everybody is interested and willing to go into pharma. There are a number of departments, like quality control department, quality assurance department, production department, formulation and development department, research and development department. So we will see one by one each department how there is working, and where you can go. Like suppose there is a another department, production department. In production department, there are sections like tablet department, capsule department, dry syrup department, liquid department, injectable department. All these are the different departments. So how we can enter in particular department, because in pharma there are many department, and how one person can enter, or can introduce into the pharmaceutical company, we will discuss this. So no department is wrong or right, no department is higher or lower. We will discuss each departmental function, how this department is useful for you. So in production, the people are bpharm or mpharm join, they are going to manufacture the drug. They are mostly manufacture the drug, and this drug formulation is in different level, like granulation department, compression department, coating department, packing department. Okay, all these departments are there, like capsule filling department, capsule packaging department. In packing there are different department, like strip packing, blister packing, automatic machines, semi automatic machines. So all these types of machines are there. In liquid department there are many department, like liquid manufacturing, liquid filling, liquid packing. So how liquid is forming. So during this scenario, we will discuss one by one department in another session, but in this session we will discuss how each department function. So quality control department works for the analytical activity for the raw material and finished products. Raw material and finished products are mostly used in the pharmaceutical. So these departments do the analytical activity. And quality assurance department function is to oversee all the departments, like all the department means production department, quality control department, warehouse department, engineering department. Quality assurance department over the on all the departments and take care of all the departments. If you want to enter in quality assurance department, you have to be very strong profile. You should have knowledge of the production department, you should have knowledge of the warehouse department, you should have knowledge of the engineering department, you should have knowledge of the quality control department. If someone want to go into the quality assurance department, he should basically work in the production department for 1-2 years. If somebody works in the formulation department for 1-2 years, then later on the person can go into the quality assurance department. So this is the basic guidelines. Apart from this, you have another department, that is the regulatory department. Regulatory department means product registration, making the dossier, filing the product license, applying for the license. There are different regulatory, different countries dossier. We will take the different topic on the dossier. What is mean by dossier? First we will understand here basic only. Dossier means all set of document required for the product registration, and this all set of document required for the product registration maybe in the United States, maybe in the European countries, maybe Africa, Australia, any country, you should file the separate dossier. Dossier filing means you will register your product in that particular country, and once your product is registered in that particular country, this country will issue you a license, and once you will get the license, you can sell your product into that particular country. So this type of work is going on. And another department is engineering department. How engineering department work? Because in pharma department you need to manufacture the drug. When we manufacture the drug, that time we have to maintain all the temperature condition, RH condition, relative humidity condition, as well as your machine maintenance, machine care, water system, all machine maintenance, utility, all these things are required. And so to take care of all these things, engineering department is required. In engineering department there is a mechanical department, electrical department, and planning department. Means utility planning, maintenance, and other department, we can say that maintenance department. So all these types of department are there. So in this scenario, how the engineering works? Once any new machine came, engineering department goes and install the machine inside the area. When the machine is installed, that time the machine, all the activity will be done, like installation qualification, operation qualification, performance qualification, implementation, all these activities done by. And later on finally machine will be handed over to the particular department. Once the machine will be handed over to the particular manufacturing area, manufacturing department takes care of that particular machine, and this machine will be used for the production activity. If any breakdown occurs or any machine maintenance comes, that time production department approach to the engineering department, and engineering department's activity will to coordinate and complete the problem or to resolve the problem of the production machine. So this type of function is going on. So now you understood what is the HR department, administration department, production department, engineering department, quality control department, and quality assurance department. These all the departmental information you got it. So if anybody want to enter in any department, he can particular knowledge, he should have particular knowledge of that area. Like suppose someone want to go in engineering, if the person is of mechanical background, electrical background, civil background, he can go into that particular section. However, if the person is suppose like Bachelor of Pharmacy, Master of Pharmacy, he can go in particular into the production department. In production department there are many or various opportunities to work in the tablet section, capsule section, dry syrup, liquid, injectable, sterile, or your whatever department. So there are you can go into the particular department, and in this scenario, once the person go into that particular department, he can work for a as a production officer or as a management staff. Later on, once the 1 year completed, he can be promoted as a officer. During your period, you have to be learned very carefully, because this is your basic initial days. 1 year, 2 year, you have to be work very carefully, very cautiously, and with hard work. Once you trained in all the activity, within 1 year, 2 year, you will be promoted as a executive or officer, because this basic knowledge and basic introduction is very much required. If you are not particular, if you are not serious about your job role, you will not understood all the activity. And to work for a long term, you have to be very clear about your basic activity. So basic understanding and basic learning is very much important. So in production department, if suppose someone going and saying that what precautions I have to take, like in production department there is a manufacturing department, you have to be very careful about the gowning practices, equipment cleaning process, then machine maintenance, log recording, batch packing record, batch manufacturing record, documentation activity, computer related activity, computer system validation activity. All these documented activity you have to learn, and all these activities is totally you have to understand from your seniors. If you are trained on any one of the activity like batch documentation, nowadays manual documentation is stopped. All the documentation is automated system, that is called as the computer system validation. Computer system is implemented in shop floor. Each and every batch manufactured, all the data is recorded in computer system, and no one can edit, delete or modify the data. If someone do that particular data modification, deletion or alteration, it is called as the data integrity. So we have to be very careful about data integrity. We should not do any task which generates the data activity. Whenever you work on the shop floor, you have to be very careful. Whatever the activity is going on, you have to be identify and note it down on the same time. If you are not recording all these activity, your activity will not be recorded, and long time you will not get this situation into the particular scenario. So you have to be very careful, you have to be very careful about your job role. Your job role is very essential. Your job role is particular to the pharmaceutical activity, and if you are learning very carefully, you will be a perfect person on the shop floor. And once you have to be trained in that particular activity, you have to be gone all this through all these roles. How we can develop ourselves? You can develop yourself with the hard work, with the passion, and follow the senior all rules and regulation. If you are having casual approach, then you will not be learned, and if you are not learned, your future career will not be more developed. See, in pharmaceutical, there is a very growth part. One person in 10 years can take 50,000 salary, but same person can take 1 lakh salary as well. So you have to be very careful during your job role. You have to understand your job performance. You have to follow all the rules and regulation. And if you are careful about your job role, you will definitely grow. In pharma, what precautions we have to do? Suppose you joined in particular department, and in that particular department you are working, you have to follow all the rules and regulation like SOP. There is a standard operating procedure. You have to read, understood, and first of all, whenever you are on the job role, you have to read and write your SOP. You have to understood all the process practices. If you understood all the process practices, this process will be implemented later on. So once you train on your activity, you will be promoted on the next level. But you have only completed the years and years, and you have not learned properly, you will not grow well. So the basic concept is, to grow in pharmaceutical, you have to be very careful, very hard worker, and eager to understand, eager to learn. If we are not eager, if we are not interested to learn this activity, then it will not be a useful for you. In pharma, suppose you joined in one department, you have to be ready for another departmental activity. If suppose your senior is telling you, suppose you are working in production department granulation area, but your department head is telling you go into the capsule area, you should be alert, you should be ready to work. Maybe sometimes extended hour, maybe you have to ready to support your juniors as well, seniors as well. If you properly work with your seniors and juniors, then you will grow definitely, and within a short span of time you will be an excellent person on the shop floor. So what precautions we have to take on the shop floor? We have to first read carefully what activity is assigned to you. Suppose if you are manufacturing the batch, you have to refer the batch manufacturing record. In batch manufacturing record, each and every activity is given, like sifting process, how the material is to be sifted. Later on, after sifting, how we have to mix the material. The material is mixed into the rapid mixer granulator. Okay. When we will see from the dispensing, suppose material is dispensed. Dispense means what? We have to weigh the material. We have to weigh the material, issue the record to that particular material to the production. Suppose if you want to manufacture the production of paracetamol tablet, paracetamol will have a particular formula. With that formula, there are suppose 10 ingredients. In that 10 ingredient, you have to see one by one ingredient, and during dispensing you have to weigh each and every material and issue to the production department. So likewise you have issued 10 material to the production. After issuance of 10 material to the production department will do all the material taking care into the production area. Once all material taken into the production area, the production people will check each and every material, their weighing records, each and every activity, and after weighing they will check each and every weight. Once all the weights are checked, the batch is ready for the production. Like in BMR there is mention follow each and every step. So you have to do your follow the BMR's instruction. Suppose like take the material, take water, heat the water in steam kettle. So you have to follow the instruction. Heat the water in steam kettle, add some starch, make a paste, slurry. All these types of instruction given in the batch manufacturing record. So you have to follow your batch manufacturing record. Once your paste preparation is ready, you have to take all the material in the rapid mixer granulator. All this material will be mixed in a dry proportion, and once all the material is dried, mixed properly, you can add that paste into the RMG. And if we added this paste into the RMG, this material will be uniform mix and proper binder will be, or proper granules will be ready. These granules will again shift to the fluid bed dryer. In fluid bed dryer, all the granules are loaded and all these granules will be dried. Once all these granules are dried, there is a particular temperature requirement, like 50 degree, 50 to 60 degree. So that on particular temperature you have to dry your granules. If you have deviated your procedure, the granules is not properly dried, your formulation may not go in a proper direction. So capping of the tablet may happen, sticking of the tablet may happen, or particular tablet formation will not be there. So you have to be very careful during the fluid bed operation. So what precaution you have to take? Fluid bed temperature, racking, scrapping, product temperature, bed temperature, process temperature, all these temperatures given in the batch manufacturing record, and you have to follow all the batch manufacturing records. Once you follow all your batch manufacturing record, you will go to the next level, means unloading of the granules. Then granule sizing formation will be done on the multi-mill or sifter as per process. And if all this happened, later on you can shift all these granules to the blending department. Means with particular excipient you have to blend the material, and after once blending completed, blending means mixing of the material, and when mixing of the material is done, you can shift that granules to the compression area. Compression area, once the granule received, the compression operator and supervisor will compress the tablet. Tablet compression means granules will be loaded into the compression machine, and then formation of the tablet. So in the compression machine you have to monitor the parameter like tablet hardness, thickness, dt, friability, all these parameters to be monitored. And once this compression completed, you can shift these granules to the tablet to the coating department, and in this way your coating activity will be completed. Likewise, we have seen from basics of the production activity, dispensing activity, granulation activity, compression, coating, all these activity we have seen. Apart from this, we have done the introduction of all the departments like HR department, admin department, production department, engineering department, quality control department, and engineering department. All this means in this session what we learned, we have introduced all the departmental function, introduction of the department, function of the department, and then overall process, basic process flow of the tablet formulation. So in this way we have learned all these things. So hope you have understood and satisfied. If you are satisfied, you can comment it, you can like it, share it, and hope we will meet in next session with the new topics. Thank you.